Hello everyone, welcome back. Today's topic is circle. Now here in this session we are going to learn all the theorems of this chapter. Now I have heard many students they are saying that ma'am, theorems are theorem, right? Why we have to prove them? So theorems are to prove, okay? See, a whole this geometry is nothing but that enhances your analytical and reasoning skill, because some facts which you know and you are deducing some other facts based on the known facts, right? So that enhances your fundamental skills like analytical reason, logical reason, and all. Okay, so just try to understand this. Okay, all right. Now we'll start some basic ideas. All right. Now, a chord is nothing but a line segment joining two points of the circle. So here PQ is the chord. When the chord passing from the center, it is called the diameter. So AP is the diameter. A line containing a chord of a circle is called the secant. Okay, so here this line is containing this chord XY. So it is called a secant. A line touches the circle is called the tangent. So this line is called the tangent of the circle. This. Okay. Now when I talk about a chord, okay, here AB is a chord. Now AB makes one angle with a center, so that is called angle subtended at the center. Same way, this point is C, which is on the segment, so angle ACB is nothing but the angle subtended by the chord on the segment. Now what do you mean by segment? So this ACB, okay, this ACB is the major segment, okay, ADB is the minor segment, all right. Then sector, when I talk about this two radii, okay, then this area covered in the major segment is called the major sector, and area covered in the minor segment is called the minor sector. All right. Okay. So these are some basic ideas. Now based on that, we'll solve some theorems. So very first theorem, equal chords of a circle subtend equal angle at the center. Now what does it mean? So we are given two equal chords AB and CD, and they are subtending the angle AOB and angle COD at the center. Here we have to prove that these two angles are equal. All right. So we learned the congruency of a triangle, so we'll apply that. Okay. Now I'll talk about two triangles which are triangle AOB. Okay. So in triangle AOB and triangle, tell me which other triangle we have to take. Yes, it is COD. Alright. Now, what I can say about AB and CD? Yes, they are equal. AB is equals to CD. Correct? Given that, then what else? What can I say about OB, OC, OA, OD? They all are radians. Okay, so I can say that OB for this triangle equals to OC for this other triangle. Okay, radii. Same way, I can say OA is equals to OD. Correct? Again, they are radii. So, which criteria can I apply for congruency? Tell me. Yes, SASSS. So, triangle AOB is congruent to triangle COD. See, correspondence is very much important. Okay, you already learned that. So, this is SSS criteria. Alright. Now, from CPCT, what can we say? Correct. So, angle AOB is equals to angle COD by CPCT. Hence, we proved it. Right? Perfect. Now, converse of that. Okay. If the angles subtended by the chords of a triangle at the center are equal, then the chords are equal. We have to prove that. See, these angles are given equal. Okay. And we have to prove that these chords PQ and RS are equal. Okay. Okay. Now let's write the proof. So again, we have to prove these two triangles congruent. And how do we do that? It is super easy, ma'am. Correct? Alright, then tell me. For triangle POQ and triangle SOQ, what should I write? So, PO is equals to OS. Correct? Why? Because again radii. Then one more angle is given common. Which angle? Angle POQ equals to angle ROS, that is given to us. And again, what can I say about these two lines? Yes. So OQ is equals to OR. Again, they are radii. So tell me, which two triangles are congruent? Triangles POQ is congruent to triangle SOQ. SOR. So which congruency have we applied? Yes, SAS. Right? And by CPCT, what I can say? PQ equals to RS. Hence proved. Perfect. Alright. Okay, then next theorem. The perpendicular from the center of a circle to a chord bisect a chord. Means what? AB is a chord given. Okay. O is the center. I am drawing a perpendicular from the center, which is OD. Okay. And OD bisects the chord AB. That we have to prove. Okay. Bisects means what? These are two equal parts which we have to prove. Okay. See, we have to prove that AD equals to DB. Alright. Now what is given to us? OD is perpendicular to AB is given. Alright. Now here I'll take this construction. I am joining OA and OB. Now can I see two triangles? Yes, I can. So what I can write for this? In triangle OAD and which other triangle? Correct. OBD. Alright. What can I say? See, again I am trying to prove them congruent. Which criteria have we apply? So, OA is equals to OB. Yes, they are radii. Alright. Then, what else? Angle. Correct. So, angle ODA equals angle ODB. Why? Right angles. And what else? Is there anything common? Yes. OD is equals to OD, which is common. So, which criteria? It is right angles, hypotenuse and side. So, what I can say by RHS? What can I say? Which two triangles are congruent? Correct. OAD is congruent to triangle OBD. So, by CPCT, what can I say? AD equals BD. Correct? Very easy. Alright. Now, converse of it. Okay, the line drawn through the center of a circle bisect a chord, then it is perpendicular to the chord. The converse of theorem 3. Alright, so chord PQ is given. Now it is given that this, okay, these are equal, means L is the midpoint, and we have to prove that OL is perpendicular to PQ. Now same way, okay, what we did, but the criteria changes. Congruency criteria will change. So how it will be? Let's see. What I can say, we constructed this OP and OQ. Now we can see these two triangles which are there. In triangle OPL and triangle OQL. What can I say? So yes, OP is equals to OQ, radii. Then yes, OL is common, correct. And anything else given? L is the midpoint, means PL is equals to QL. So given, right? So what I can say, which criteria? Yes, SSS. So what I can say, which two triangles are congruent now? OPL congruent to triangle OQL. And by CPCT, what we can prove? Angle OLP equals angle OLQ. Now they are linear per angle, correct? So, but they are linear angles. So what I can say, both are 90 degree. Both are equal, na? So they both are 90 degree. So hence angle OLP equals angle OLQ is equals to 90, and that implies that OL is perpendicular to PQ. Proved, correct? Alright, now theorem 5. So equal chords of a circle or congruent circles. Okay, see, if I'll talk about two equal chords of same circle, or one chord from one circle and the other circle is congruent to it and the chord in that. Okay, so they are equal chords. Okay, and we have to prove that they are equidistant from the center. Means what? See, here chord AB, okay, this chord AB and chord CD are given, which are equal. And we have to prove that their distance from center, means OM is same as ON. Okay, we have to prove this. Now, we have taken a construction. We joined OA and OC. Now, previous theorem, what we learned, that this distance, okay, this perpendicular, this is a perpendicular from the center on the chord, so that bisects the chord. So this M is this midpoint of AB. Same way N is midpoint of CD. But as they are, AB and CD are equal chords, so what I can say, AM is equals to MB is equals to CN equals to ND. So I'll just first of all write this. Okay, so AM equals MB equals CN equals ND. Why? Because OM is perpendicular to AB, so M is midpoint. Point, and ON is perpendicular to CD, so N is midpoint, and AB is equals to CD. So these things are given, and based on that I have derived this. Okay, so I'll make this as result 1. Now I can say these two triangles. Which are they? Correct, triangle OAN and triangle OCN, right? So from result 1, what I can say, AM is equals to CN from 1, correct? We already proved it here. Now what else? Yes, they are right angle. So what I can say, angle OMA equals angle ONC, correct? Why? Because 90 degree right angles, and OA is equals to OC radii. So what we can say, which two triangles are congruent? Triangle OAM congruent to triangle OCN. Which criteria? RHS, yes. So by RHS, and by CPCT, what we can prove then? So OM is equals to ON by CPCT. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Okay. Hence, we proved it. Correct? Alright. Now, converse of that means what? If the chords are equidistant from the center, then they are equal in length. Means what? This and this are given equal. Okay. OM equals to ON. This is given. Okay. And OM is perpendicular to AB. ON is perpendicular to CD. That is given. And we have to prove that AB is equals to CD. Again, very easy. Yes. So, we can again first of all conclude that. Okay, in proof. What I can conclude that here AM is equals to MB. Now here I cannot write equals to CN and CD. Okay, why? Because we have to prove it. Now I can just write this. Why? Because OM is perpendicular on AB. So M is midpoint. Alright. Then also CN is equals to ND. Again the same reason. Okay. ON perpendicular to CD and N is the midpoint. Now I'll keep this as result 1. Now I'll take again two triangles which are OAN M and triangle OCN. Now what I can say, OM equals ON. This is given to us, correct? Then yes, triangle OMA equals angle ONC. Why? Because 90 degrees right angles. And what else? Radii, correct? OA is equals to OC. So now which criteria again? RHS criteria. So triangle OAM is congruent to triangle OCN RHS. And what we can say by CPCT? Yes, AM is equals to CN. So this is by CPCT. Now from result 1 and this, what we can say? Using this result 2. Let's say this is result 2. So from using result 1 and 2, what we can conclude? AB is equals to CD. Two chords are equal. Alright, now very important theorem here. So angle subtended by the arc of at the center is double than the angle subtended by it at any other point remaining part of the circle. Means what? See, this arc BC is given that subtend the angle BOC at the center. This angle. Okay. Also one point is here on the remaining part of the circle. Same arc subtend the angle BAC here. We have to prove that BOC equals to 2 times BAC. So what I'll do, I'll just label this angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. Now see, this is going to be super easy to prove it. Now what can I say about 1 and 2? See, OA is equals to OB. Therefore, angle 1 equals to angle 2. Can I say that? Opposite sides of the equivalent side. Alright, same way, what I can say? OA equals to OC. Therefore, angle 3 equals to angle 4. Correct? Now, by external angle property, okay? By exterior angle property, what I can say about angle 5? Angle 5 equals to angle 1 plus angle 2. Correct? But they are equal. So what I can say? I am interested in angle 2. So angle 5 is equals to 2 times angle 2. Can I say that? Same way. By exterior angle property, angle 6 equals to angle 3 plus angle 4. So I can say angle 6 is equals to 2 times angle 3. Now If I'll add angle 5 and angle 6, angle 5 plus angle 6 is equals to 2 times angle 2 plus 2 times angle 3. Now angle 5 and 6 is nothing but angle BOC. So angle BOC equals to 2 times. Now angle 2 plus angle 3. Angle 2 and 3, that makes angle A here. So angle BAC. Correct? Hence we proved it. Sorted. Alright? And same thing applicable for this. When this BC is the diameter, then this is a right angle because this is a straight angle here. Okay? So this makes a 90 degree here. And same thing if this reflex angle is double than this angle. Alright? Remember this. These results are going to be very useful in solving the questions. Alright? Okay. Now, this theorem. Okay. Angles in the same segment of a circle are equal. Alright. So, see. AB is the arc. Here, angle AOB is subtended. Okay. And angle AOB is subtended here. Okay. We have to prove that ACB is equals to ADB. These two angles are equal. Now, we just prove that. What we proved? Angle ACB is equals to 2 times angle AOB. We proved it. Same way I can write for ADB. ADB is equals to 2 times angle AOB. So they both are equal. Correct? Angle ACB equals to angle ADB. Hence it is proved. Sorted. Now see, this theorem is very useful in solving the question. And I'll tell you a trick. Okay, no one is going to give you this trick to remember this. See, if I'll just understand this as a face of a cat. Okay, let's say this is face of a cat. And these are the ears of the cat. This and this. And you have to remember these ears are equal. Alright. Remember this trick. This is going to be super helpful in solving the question. Let me repeat myself. See, this is a face of a cat. Okay. If you imagine this is the face, these are the ears. Okay. And ears are equal. Understood this? Always. Alright. Alright. Now, this next theorem is without proof. Okay. Just let's understand what it is saying. If a line segment joining two points subtend equal angles at two other points lying on the same side of the line segment, containing the line segment. See, it is very confusing, but let's understand what exactly they are saying. This chord AB is given, okay? Means what? This line segment joining two points. They are talking about this, okay? Now, they subtend the angle. Let's say this is C. Let me take this as C and this as D. So, angle ACD. Okay, angle ACD. This chord subtend the angle ACD, and also it subtend the angle BDA. Okay. Now, we just learned that ears of cat, they are equal. Okay. And this way, okay, these 4 points are on the circle. Means what? These points are called concyclic, and this quadrilateral ABCD is called cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, remember it. So it is but obvious, so we are not taking any proof of it, just to understand this. All right, so this makes a cyclic quadrilateral that you have to remember. All right, now next theorem, which is again very important. So what they are saying, the sum of the either opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral is 180. Means what? Angle A plus C is 180 and B plus D is 180 here for cyclic quadrilateral. Now how to prove it? It is very easy. Just we learned the theorem. This angle, which angle I'll talk about? The angle subtended at the center, which is it? BOD is what I can say, twice of angle BAD. Can I say that? Yes, I can say. So I can say that BAD. Okay, BAD is what? Half of angle BOD. I can write this as a result 1. Now reflex angle. Okay, if I'll talk about reflex of BOD, that is twice of this angle subtended at the segment. So angle BCD, correct? From this what I can say, angle BCD is what? Half of angle BAD, correct? I get this result too. Now if I'll add them, okay, if I'll add angle BOD and angle BCD, what I'll get? Angle BOD plus angle BCD. I'm sorry, reflex of BOD. Okay, let me write reflex of angle BOD. That gives me 360, correct? So when I add this two, okay, they're half. So that gives me, so half of angle BOD plus half of angle reflex of BOD, this equals to 180 degree, correct? And I can substitute these values. Therefore angle BAD, correct? Angle BAD plus angle BCD is equals to 180 degree, means what? Angle C and angle A add up to 180, and similarly we can prove that B plus D is 180, correct? Because the sum is 360, we know that. So just you have to mention that. Similarly we can prove that this is 180, so hence we prove this result. All right, okay. Now next theorem, again without proof, the converse of that. So if this opposite angles sum up to 180, then this is cyclic quadrilateral. It is obvious, right? Alright, so here we learned all the theorems for this chapter circle. Now in next video I am going to take all the questions related to this theorems. Alright, so please watch the next part for the better understanding, and let me know if you have any query. Please mention in the comment box. I'll surely reply you. Thanks for watching.